In the throwaway mystery, the Hardys escape from a tiger cage, thanks to the fact that Joe sometimes keeps a knife in his shoe. I think this is the third time the series has saved the Hardys by saying Joe had a secret weapon. I don't understand why the secret knife excuse shows up more often in these books than Biff or Phil or the Hardys' other friends.
Argo Font Book Review, Argo Font Book Review.
A college football team called the Pinnacle Mountain Lions are undefeated and guaranteed to win the championship this year. Some bookies in Las Vegas have been spreading a rumor they're going to lose. Obviously, these bookies are very honest people who would never lie to make themselves money, so ATAC is sending the Hardys to investigate the team. I'm surprised they don't send the Hardys to investigate the bookies. I mean, the throwaway mystery took place in Las Vegas. The Hardys could have solved two cases at once. That would actually improve these books to have more than one mystery per book. For this mission, the Hardys are given high-tech music players. They can record any noise made within 50 feet. And they work through walls. Honestly, the Hardys didn't need to investigate with these gadgets. They could have hidden one inside a vent in the football dorm and listened in on every conversation the players have. Coach Orman is a gruff man who yells a lot. He arranges for Joe to be the team's backup kicker. Frank gets to be one of the locker room managers, which mostly means he has to clean up whenever there's a mess. The Hardys decide to limit their focus to the 5 major players on the team, because if they investigated everyone, this book would have a major character overload. Frank befriends John Roque, a manager who specializes with computers. His father is Dr. Roque, a famous football player who gives tons of money to the school. Dr. Roque is trying to use his influence to fire Coach. Joe does laps with a player named Orina. Orina collapses and dies on page 44. I kid you not, the last time he's mentioned is page 50. After a mere 6 pages, everyone forgets that a football player was murdered. Or was he murdered? We don't know. Someone dies and the Hardys don't investigate. I can't believe the mystery book forgets about a murder that quickly. The quarterback is Flinner. He's full of himself and he acts like he owns everything. It takes less than 5 minutes for Flinner to confess he's the culprit. He's going to lose the championship on purpose in order to make a ton of money so he can buy himself a top spot in the NFL. I don't know why he thinks NFL teams will want a quarterback who lost the most important game of his career, but that is his plan. Joe thinks the case is solved, but Frank says, not so fast. They need to figure out who the middleman is between Flinner and the gamblers. Do they, though? Can't they arrest Flinner and let the police handle it? Instead of, looking for the middleman, the Hardys investigate the other 2 team members that are going to lose on purpose. Anthony is being blackmailed to lose because his parents took bribes from Dr. Roque. Munoz agrees to lose in exchange for erasing his credit card debt. Again, Flinner is terrible at keeping his illegal plans a secret. He talks about them in the library when Joe is a couple of chairs away. It's amazing this guy hasn't been arrested already. The 3 players have a secret meeting in the weight room. The Hardys could use their spy bugs to record the entire meeting, but I guess that would be too simple, so Joe interrupts and pretends he wants in on the illegal operation. They agree to let Joe help if he gets rid of the team's normal kicker. Luckily, Ken the kicker is so superstitious, all they have to do is steal his lucky headband, and he drops out on his own. Frank steals Roque's PDA. He discovers Roque is secretly a bookie, and he's the one blackmailing Anthony. Again, this would be a great place to stop things and turn the investigation over to the police. Roque might not be the middleman, but he's a middleman, and that is close enough, especially if your goal is to nab some of the culprits before the game starts. Dr. Roque placed a bet for $250,000. The Hardys interrogate him, only to learn Dr. Roque is innocent. Yes, he made a bet on the game, but he doesn't want the team to lose. The rest of the book goes back and forth between Joe at the football game and Frank investigating. Frank discovers Coach plans to retire after the game. Suspicious, Frank checks Coach's computer and discovers he's the criminal mastermind. Roke catches Frank and explains all the details of their plan before starting a karate fight. Of course, Frank wins. The game goes badly for the team because 3 of the players are trying to lose. When Ken the kicker gets a field goal, Flinner purposely injures him so he can't play. Flinner tries to do the same thing when Joe gets a field goal, but he accidentally hurts himself. The backup quarterback is put into the game, and things turn around for the team. They end up winning the championship. All of the culprits are punished, although Anthony and Dr. Roke end up getting lighter sentences for cooperating with the authorities. The end. Post-book follow-up. This was a fairly good book. My main complaint is that someone was murdered and none of the characters care. A lesser complaint is that there are at least 2 good places where the investigation should have ended. These flaws are balanced by the fact that the book is longer than normal, and the extended football sequence was exciting. I'm okay with the fact that the book continued with a cool sequence instead of ending where it logically should have. This is another book where Frank and Joe have separate investigations, but they spend enough time together that it seems natural. It still feels like they're working together. I'm glad the series has finally figured out how to juggle 2 separate narrators without sidelining one of them. In this and Book 17, ATAC gives the Hardys their mission off-screen. Has the series finally realized that readers are sick of the Hardys getting missions in joke scenes? That joke was only funny the first few times. After that, the Hardys look like idiots for not knowing they are secret agents. Overall, I like the book. The series has been getting better as of late. I remember the same thing happened with the Nancy Drew Girl Detective series, which was published around the same time as Undercover Brothers. About 2 years in, the book suddenly improved, presumably because ghostwriters had an opportunity to read the earlier books and get a better sense of the characters and what to do. Sadly, the series' winning streak will not last for long, as there are only 2 books left before the reboot. I give Hardy Boys Undercover Brothers number 19, Foul Play, an 8 out of 10.